Hey, what's going on? What it do? I gotta record too.
That's not the right time.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? DJ Wild Body here. Talk that stuff at a late time this week. We will continue our
This guy.
continue. We will continue next week at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6:30 for the pre-mix. If you have any music you like to hear, want us to play, please hit me up at adswide@gmail.com. If you know me on Messenger, you can also send something through the Messenger. Once again, talk that stuff. The relaunch, second week we're back. If you'd like to hear your music, please send it to adswide@gmail.com. Got everyone here in the building. Rod Wallace, RTO, Ricks, DY Body, and Taz Uno in the building this week. Welcome, everybody. All right. That's right. All right. Without further ado, let's get it going.
DJ Wild Body, Wild Body, Wild Body, me body. Pretends, talk that stuff. DJ Wild Body, Wild Body, Wild Body, me body. Pretends, talk that stuff. We're back. Shout out to the real ones. Let's get it. Let's go.
What's going on? Once again, it's Talk That Stuff. This 17th day of July. I'm your host, moderator, DJ Wild Body. We got the panel late start this week. Sunday, we're at 9. Pre-show doesn't exist. We'll get back on that next week. Please continue to send your tracks in adswide@gmail.com. And we're playing once again. Don't forget, Team E Hustle. Let's get the likes up in the chat. Let's go. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're here live in the flesh. Just off a flight. I'm here. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to See Me Hustle in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's it. What's going on? This episode of Talk That Stuff is brought to you by Popeyes Woodshop. Popeyes Woodshop. Doing custom cabinetry, both China cabinets, coffee tables, they do it all. They're dedicated to providing you with top quality work. Please give them a call today, 1-800-286-5233, 1-800-286-5233. Please tell them that the Talk That Stuff podcast sent you. Also, we have a new sponsor today, our comrade at the crib, Shawbone. His art line is Skeet on a Rocket. I'm wearing some stuff from him now. Details later, but that's our new sponsor as well. Skeet on a Rocket. Please go Go check him out. Also be giving away t-shirts and some other things as well as the podcast continues. But yeah, a new shout out to a new sponsor as well, Skeet on the Rocket. We'll be doing some good stuff later. We'll have him on in the near future. So how's everybody doing, man? Good to see everybody. How's everybody, man?
All right, living.
Good.
Good to see you, man. Got
Good, man. Good.
You know what I'm saying? Tazuno, got Ricks, Ryan Wallace, RTO. Good to see everybody. Worst experience of my life, man. I was supposed to be here at 6 p.m. I get on the plane ride from hell. So I don't know if any of you been on a plane lately, but you know, certain airlines you got to buy your seats. So I'm stubborn. You know, I like to sit in the emergency aisle because I'm pretty tall, but I decide not to. The trip back, I'm sitting in 39F window seat, like the window seat, like to keep my eye on things. So I get on a flight, and first of all, my gate was C94 Terminal C. You know, in Newark, you got to take the AirTran around. So I go to C94. I get there. My bag, I got to take it to a pre-TSA screening. They're all going through the stuff. So it took a little bit of time. So they didn't give me a boarding pass. So I get a boarding pass. It says gate C94. So I walk all the way down. I got this heavy book bag and a carry-on with me. I get down to C94. I'm looking at I'm looking for something to eat. Everything's full, 30, 40 minutes. I'm waiting. I see the terminal and I see this big line start forming outside of C94. So I get in the line. I'm like, I don't hear no one call for him. So I just happen to ask the guy in front of me, hey, where you going? You going to Jacksonville? He says, no, Las Vegas. I said, Las Vegas? I look at my ticket. I said, this is C94. Boarding is like in 20 minutes. So I just happened to look at the board and they moved my gate from C94 to C133, ladies and gentlemen. So that's like light years away. About 10 minutes, get the boarding. So the lady says, yeah, you're good. They're probably boarding right now. If you see one of those golf carts, just flag them down. They'll drive. I said, golf carts, they're all parked. No one behind it. I'm looking for keys. I'm about to get on the golf cart, man, and take off. Dude, I got this heavy backpack on. I'm trying to get a little jog going. You know how I go when you got backpack on. Get all the way down there. I get on the plane. They finally, board everybody. Guy sits next to me, a Muslim couple. So guy sits next to me. He tried to put the little thing down. It ain't happening. I say, man, we're not gonna be able to do this, man. We scrunched in there. I can't be able to get my knees under the seat. So I'm like sitting like heiced up so I get my knees under the seat. The AC don't work in there. It takes everyone forever to pack in. So we get in there and I'm trying that little vent up top, man. There's a little bit of air coming out, man. I'm struggling. So everyone starts complaining about the AC. So the lady comes on the mic and says, hey, we don't have an internal AC for this plane. Usually, when we're idle, we have an AC, but not this one. We got to wait till the engine starts going and blah, blah, blah. So we're supposed to leave out of there at 3:36. We didn't get out of there till 4:30. I'm on a plane. It's hot. Little kids. I got this kid kicking me all the time, bro. I swear he keeps kicking me. I didn't see this kick. I can't turn around because I'm so like crunched in. They get to the runway. The captain goes, we can't get these warning lights off. Usually we could clear it here, but we got to go back to the hangar. Like, oh man. So the plane's broke. So we're sitting there still sweaty. Captain says in about 10 minutes, oh, we finally got the warning lights off. We'll be taking off, immediately. Just hold on. Meanwhile, it's still hot. The plane starts taking off. It's turbulence the whole time. I mean, this thing is just shaking, man. This kid's kicking my seat. I got baby screaming. All like, it was crazy, man. I'm thinking like, man, like these kids won't, and I can't blame the mother because these kids is just being kids, but the kid in back of me kept kicking me. So I grabbed his foot. I didn't see this kid. I know who kid it was, but the father jumped up. Hey, I'm so sorry. Say this first. I say, man, this kid kept kicking my seat. I trying to be nice, but after he told him to stop, he kept kicking it after that. Like this kid bad as hell, man. But any which way, man, end up landing. It was a storm down here. I finally made it. I ran home. I drove over the speed limit to get here to present to y'all Talk That Stuff. This 17th day of July. Enough about me. Let's welcome everybody here. See me hustle in the chat. JB Swift Productions. Once again, if you'd like to hear your music, please hit me up at adswide@gmail.com. Okay, let's get to our topic today. We're talking about sellouts. What makes a sellout, and are there still sellouts today in this day and age? But first, I as I was flying, I thought about something. I was actually listening to a few podcasts. I want to know everyone's take on the Griselda / radio. As far as anyone know what's going on as far as Funk Flex and them having issues with the Griselda and Funk Flex not playing their or supporting their music on the air. Do you think that Funk Flex is in his rights not to play that shit because maybe he's not feeling it or maybe it's not radio type of stuff? I'd like to know you guys' take on that.
You can't really say that because you know what I'm saying, they play all kinds of stuff in the city, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably just flexing his feelings.
But I get Flex. Flex said, and Cess One said that he's not feeling the music. So I mean, these DJs are well established, and to me, it's like if you go.
But the people are feeling it though. If the people
Right.
feel it, you definitely gotta have your ear out there like that.
Right.
It sounds like to me that maybe they refuse to line his pocket.
That's what it sounds like.
What up,
Yeah.
Dixie Freely in the building? I ain't see Dixie. What's going on, partner? Dixie Freely, ladies and gentlemen.
My man,
What it do, bro?
just coming through showing some love, man. You know what it is.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. But they were talking about that as well as far as this payola, which is illegal, but it goes on. As far
Oh, hell
as,
yeah.
you know,
Flex always been a part of that shit.
This is
Right.
America,
Yeah.
Jack.
it's all about business at the end of the day. And somebody made a few points. He said, well, Griselda, them from, how about Buffalo play they shit and then get that jumping. And then, hey, Flex, Buffalo's playing Griselda left and right here. But,
Listen,
they,
listen,
huh?
let me say this. I remember there was a time period, like maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little longer, but we was hoping, I'm not even from the East Coast, but I was hoping East Coast artists would sound like an East Coast artist.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God. Thank you.
Now,
Yeah.
finally, we got that, and
Yeah.
they don't want to play the music. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Yeah.
There's something else going on here.
What does that mean, Dixie? What does an East Coast artist sound like?
Tell them, Dick.
I mean, dirty drums, samples, intricate rhymes, like what Griselda sounds like.
Right.
You know, at least the
No,
Griselda that I
Griselda,
like.
but that's East Coast hip hop.
You know what it is, man. It's that boomer bap.
Boom.
They're keeping the traditional boom bap alive.
Boomer bap.
People say. You know, which-
I heard
you.
That's what I came up on. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So that's what I
right,
like.
right.
I see it like this. It's always been a conflict between the underground and commercial radio and commercial hip hop. At least the last 30 years, 35 years or so. And in terms of the hip hop ethic, you know, radio is supposed to catch on
Right.
to the movement or whatever, as opposed to you doing what you do, you doing what radio wants you to do.
Right.
And so that's the way they see it. But I think that in the same token, they can't be mad because they never went to radio. Radio is not their friend.
Right.
Radio is not they lane. And it don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like them, Flea Lord, you know, all the rest of them. They don't have to go to radio. So it's Funkmaster Flex is a part of the machine.
Right.
So it's cool to just, you know, they wild successful already.
They are.
They gotta follow.
So just chill on that. I mean, Flex is doing his job. Flex is doing his job. That's what his job is, working for a corporate, you know, entity or whatever. And what's odd is the hip hop of the Conways and the West Side Guns and the Rock Marcianos and the underground hip hop has become the counterculture to the stuff that's on the radio and everything. So I feel Conway in terms of you're supposed to be hip hop, you're supposed to be looking out in a way, but I also feel Flex like, you know, you not the move for what I do. And it's unfortunate, but it's real.
AKA, you ain't lining my pockets.
Or,
That's what it's
right.
going down.
Or I'm getting a playlist and I mean,
Artists who
think
lining
about it
my
like
pockets.
this. Think about it like this. Funk Flex, Black Thought, right? Black Thought had a huge freestyle, maybe regarded as one of the greatest freestyles on Funk Flex show of all time. But Funk Flex don't play Black Thought records.
Right.
Know what I mean?
Is it spinning in Philly though? I mean, is there a Philly outlet that's reason why I say this, man, because the New York market is the only market that don't like. You go to Georgia, Atlanta, they playing Future to man left and right. You go out to Cali, they playing they Cali shit. You go to certain areas, and we're the only region that don't like as far as the New York tri-state area that's not playing New York shit. It's like even I heard it when I went up there. It was like ever since stuff started getting what's that word I forget syndication.
Consolidated.
Right.
The syndication, yeah. Radio One
syndication,
killed all.
right. These franchises that are on radio, I don't know, man. It's like, and just like they said, when Slade died, that was it. We're in trouble because Slade was doing that.
It's like you know what I'm saying? It's that corporation, like he said, man. They want that certain sound, man. They trying to stray away from what we love or what we think is hip hop.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why I stopped listening to the radio years ago.
I'm gonna keep it all the way $1.50. There are many of us in our age range that still have a very special romantic place in our heart for early 90s hip hop from New York City.
Right.
Yeah.
But real talk, driving the culture has been Atlanta and LA at least for the past 20 years.
You got that.
So there wouldn't be no drill. There wouldn't even be room for drill and all that in East Coast hip hop if things was traditional. But now that's dominating the younger. And then you got to also keep in mind that it's a youth driven culture.
True.
Yeah, right.
So
I don't know. Do you feel? I feel like the purpose for radio, even though the shit's been corrupted since the 50s and the 60s, but I thought the main purpose was to break shit. I don't see them breaking shit anymore, man. I see the internet breaking shit, and I see them kind of, coming along after the fact, and then hey, okay, so the internet broke this, so we know it's safe to play. I just don't feel like the radio DJ does what he used to do.
Well, here's the thing. Well, there's two things I'm gonna say to that. One, that may have been what it was when radio first started, but the minute that they started having analytics around how many people are listening at a certain time, and they started soliciting businesses for ads, that died at that point. It's about money, making money, right? And then the other part is there's only so much we can put on a DJ, even for master play, because the program directors are the ones who really call the shots.
Right.
Now they may get a DJ some wiggle room, like okay, you can play your hot pick of the week. It's time, but make sure all this other stuff get played when it's supposed to get played.
I got you. So, what's up in the chat? BS Filter says it's music. It can be played. Flex just being a pissy troll. His relevance is wanted. Shout out to
Gatekeeper.
Right. Why? What up, BS? Yeah, gatekeepers. Do you feel that gatekeepers are hurting the culture or pushing the culture forward?
They hurting it, man. You got to think about it. They're not putting nothing. They're not giving us no content to actually feel. You know what I'm saying? They're just saying they're popular. Yeah, they don't. They're not trying to. They're trying to stay in their lane. As long as they get paid, they're all right.
It's all about money. And today, I get that. It is a business. I understand that. So, I like Griselda. The reason why I fell in love with Griselda is the way that they came, how they came up. They didn't need the radio. And as far as I don't listen to the radio like that anymore anyway, so I mean, there's probably a few people that actually are doing the same thing. So I don't think the radio is as relevant. I never thought we would be having this conversation in 2022 about this. I thought that the radio.
But that's still like kind of a dream of everybody's though. You want to hear your song on the radio, even though we don't listen to the radio like that. You would love to just have your song out there to the masses on a popular radio station.
Yeah, these out here, they play all the hot records that's going on, the same hot records that's being played in y'all city, but they at least dedicate 1 hour on Sundays to play all the local artists or the artists from.
That's what should happen. Yeah, definitely play the local artists. That's what should happen.
Right. Well,
I was just gonna say I think the issue is Flex claims to be this and claims that. Okay, well, You all play our record. If you ain't got the muscle, the juice you say you got.
Right.
I'll put
Just
it like
spin it
this.
as you don't like.
I'll put it like this. Getting your record on the radio is like hitting 50 in Madison Square Garden at this point, if you in the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hit 50 in Madison Square Garden, but in the big scheme of things, it ain't gonna really mean a lot because the Knicks is probably not gonna be in the playoffs because the Knicks ain't in the playoffs.
Ain't
Ain't
they
in the
doing this?
playoffs. So now if you hit 50 in Madison Square Garden in the Eastern Conference Finals or somewhere in the finals, that's different. But if you hit it on January 17th, it's great. It's a great personal accomplishment. It feels good.
Right.
Whoop-de-whoop. But then
In the grand scheme of things.
I think the radio, bruh, radio at this point is for the passive working class listener, somebody who is expecting to hear the same. I'm talking about urban radio too. The same 15 to 20 joints while they working at Checkers, or
Yeah.
no disrespect to Checkers. I fuck with Checkers. 15 to 20, clearly 15 to 20 joints, you know, and keep in mind that they used to call TV shows and radio shows, they used to call them programs.
Right.
So these programs is intended for you to listen to it so you can catch the ads. Now, we talked about them playing the underground joints on Sunday nights and all that, which brings them a certain listener, but I bet the ads is cheaper to purchase during that time than they are during other times. That's kind of common sense. So radio is a passive method to listen to music, whereas I mean, you know, you can't put a record on SoundCloud and expect people to gravitate to it at this point. I mean, solely on SoundCloud. You know, we've had our conversations as a crew about Bandcamp and about how, yeah, it drives that direct dollars, but because it's not that mainstream method to hear music, you still got to put your shit on Spotify and all that. You know, that's the way at this point. That's the method. You know, so again, I think that what Conway was saying was because, I mean, what Flex said about in the grand scheme of things, they have been given every privilege. Now they work, but they've gotten every cosign, they've gotten every feature, they've been on Shady. Benny is on Def Jam now. By the currency of hip hop, they should be out of there.
True.
And they are out of there in terms of what is currency for them, because we know that hip hop currency at this point is the whole streaming game, the whole sync game, the whole merch game, and they getting that, and they can be cool with that. Funk Flex is a part of an archaic method of people listening to music who not really listening to music. Period.
That's dope. So let me ask you this, Wallace, you being from the Detroit area, do the radio, you know, being you guys have a lot of artists in that area. Does radio give you guys love out there?
To be honest with you, I can't really tell you because I don't listen to the radio.
I got you.
But what I will say is I've seen where they have shown it's been a great deal of artists who have kind of permeated those playlists and those programs. And yeah, money is involved. My man, shout out to B Scarb. My man B Scarb says, I tell you two different ways. My man B Scarb says, you know, in order to make a record pop on a local level, it take 25 racks at least.
Damn.
Radio wise, and this, that, and third. Shout out to him. Pray I'm accurate. Then my man Lando, shout out to Lando from the Hip Hop Lab, who goes the internet route. He says that in Detroit, if you want to pop off, you got to put out 2 videos a month for 6 months.
Jeez.
And because that's the way that people are interacting and engaging with the music. So you kind of take it, it depends on what lane you want. But I think a lot of people don't even think about the radio. We've been taught not to think about radio. Going back to Cube, turn off the radio in 1991. I was listening to that the other day.
Oh,
Radio has never been a friend of real hip hop in a way.
But you listen to radio, if you get your shit on the radio, that's a big, that you're gonna get something out that radio play. If that radio is spinning your shit, that's a real big cosign. I mean, the sky's the limit after you're on the radio. So
it is.
You know, so But the
It
radio
is.
like, what the hell are we getting back from us giving this to you? Because this is a big thing we're doing for you. So what are we
It
getting
is.
out of it?
You're absolutely right. If you got to join on the radio, that transitions into performances, that transitions to
Yep.
appearances, especially locally,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And I mean, we all recognize the fact that, like I keep talking about currency. If your song is on the radio, that means something. It does mean something. However, it means something to if you're permeating what I call non-fandom. These are not fans. These are people who are being introduced to your music passively in a way.
Right.
And hopefully those people will come over and explore more of your music and explore the rest of who you are. So yeah, it's definitely a big thing. I can't say that it's not, but unfortunately, I think a lot of people don't think radio is really in touch until it is too late. I don't hear the radio breaking their neck to play Royce, or I'm just speculating. I don't, I think it's a lot of different pathways.
Hey, Taz, wow, y'all should know it. 89 Tech 9. That was the underground radio station that played all that underground shit.
Right.
Was stretching Babito.
Yeah.
Babito, yeah.
Yeah. So
The little college station from back in
Right.
the day.
right, you don't get shit like that no more.
And
Nah, they don't. They don't.
right, college radio has always been a place where people, I'm talking 20, 25 years ago now at this point, but people were willing to explore, you know what I'm saying? And because college is a place of, I don't want to call it intellectualism, but people trying a lot of different things, for not only hip hop, but also for the rock scene and everything. College is a place that is less dependent on those kind of advertising dollars. To a degree it is, but it's very localized. So they're going to be there anyway. So yeah, I think Conway and I think Conway's criticism was kind of off base because Funk Flex doing the job.
Right. Yeah, so for
And he do it well. Funk Flex about what, 55?
For a minute. So let me ask y'all this. I can't count Griselda because I think they're an exception to the rule. But can you be successful? Can you have these tours and merch? Can you be successful without radio? Does radio have to be in that equation? Can it get
Well, right
done?
now, right now it's all the internet and streaming way, man. All these young boys is getting famous off of streaming on the internet.
I
And
get it.
they ain't even on the radio. They get on the internet, and once they do their internet, they get their views on their internet. All these young boys, they got like 10-second spans, man. They you know what I'm saying? The radio's too slow for them. They got to see quick clips. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps them interested.
Okay. You guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yep. I've seen several artists get it moving without radio in our time and now.
So I kind of agree with that as well. I don't think everyone's going to hit that Griselda pocket, but I'm glad that they're using the internet and doing what they got to do as far as getting love, getting those hits and figuring a way to I keep hearing the algorithm and stats and I like that shit, man. It's just different. It's a different kind of beast now when you approach things. It's even in, like, I don't want to go off base, but look at even in boxing with this Jake Paul dude. He's like, man, I got over 2 million viewers. Dude was like, boxing ain't all about views. But you know what? It is, because this guy's 5-0 fighting headliner in MSG, because this guy's got a million of subscribers and it's a YouTube sensation. Look what he's done. So these guys are taking this internet shit and they're actually knocking down walls and breaking barriers and changing the game up a little bit, man, to a sport I feel that's been corrupted as well. But but it is what it is. So shout out to them, man. So that was a good discussion. Now I'm glad to get y'all input on that. So our main topic, man, is what do you guys consider a sellout? And is there such thing as a sellout in this day and age? What do you guys take on sellout? What do you consider a sellout? What do you
sacrifice your soul for something, no matter what it is.
Yeah, compromise yourself and people who look like you for an individual gain.
Right.
Okay. So let me ask this. Shout out Davenport, Beers Filter, DJ Rec in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. MC Hammer. Let's go there. You know, MC Hammer, I felt always got a bad break. He was labeled a sellout. A lot of people labeled him a sellout. But MC Hammer, as you know, took the whole block on tour with him and gave people jobs and
Went broke doing it.
why was he
Why was he sell out? How? Because he did pop music?
I don't know.
I think people called him a sellout because he was dancing, and because at that time hip hop really wasn't dancing.
Yeah, and his clothes,
and all that. So the people felt like he was trying to appeal to the mainstream, pretty much. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that, but
I can see people's issue with that, but like Wad just said, he brought the whole fucking the block. He brought the whole fucking city aboard with his ass.
Right. He was always getting back to his hood, so sellouts don't do that. Right. But I'll say this: it's funny you brought up MC Hammer as an example, and we're talking about sellouts because the song that really took Hammer like to mainstream was "You Can't Touch This," right? So I was watching Rick James documentary on Showtime yesterday, and they said the same thing about him when he put out Super Freak.
Really?
Because Super Freak came out, that was like the last single off the album. It was an afterthought, but the white kids ate that shit up. And like Wallace was just talking about college, the college kids broke that record, and it just took off. Ended up being his biggest selling song of all time.
So crazy.
But all the black funk fans could not stand Super Freak.
Wow.
They felt like that was a sellout song.
Wow.
I'm not asking why.
And I'm saying the irony, the irony is fast forward 20 years later, MC Hammer samples the record. It takes him out of it. You see what I'm saying? So, well, go ahead. My bad. RT.
Good. What RTO?
Yeah, I'm just saying, why does the funk?
Why is what now?
Why is it not considered funk when that shit funky as fuck?
That shit
because it was catchy as hell. Doom, doom, doom,
so,
doom, 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 doom.
Be considered it's stupid catchy. The motherfuckers calling them a sellout after the shit blew up or while he was making it. Because did he know that shit was gonna blow up? I don't know. He probably did, but did he think it was gonna blow up like that?
It was definitely out.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Rick James didn't even like that song.
Really? What up, Fields?
Hey, what up, though?
What you got, brother?
That was like the dude who one of the Stone City band members said, "Man, we were just fucking up playing around the studio. Don't take that serious at all.
I wouldn't
listen to the bass line. That's way simplistic in comparison to other stuff.
Like I wouldn't consider that shit selling out. Like, you made some shit and it just blew up.
But I think with Rick James, I think somebody was telling me that he rubbed a lot of people in the funk genre the wrong way just by how braggadocious he was, and that's probably why he got a lot of flack that he got. Like, I don't agree with it whatsoever. I don't agree with it. I mean, he was his own individual, but he didn't, it's almost just like how he didn't respect, like, quote unquote, the old heads when he came in the game. Like, who does that sound like now? Right.
He
didn't respect the old heads. He was doing what he was. He was flamboyant. He was outgoing. I mean, he was just being him.
And you're hitting on something, because this came up at like, man, like that. He was kind of sort of fighting off George Clinton, but he figured out a way to do what George Clinton was doing it, but make it more popular.
Right.
And that caused a rift between Parliament Funkadelic and Rick James.
Like,
I wouldn't. But the irony of that part is Prince turned around and did the same thing to him.
Right. Like, I wouldn't consider that shit a sellout. He wasn't out here making songs like "I Feel Like Chicken Tonight." I'll be like, all right, this is not fucking Jerry Rice with the damn Popeyes commercial with a chicken wing.
Mary J. Blige, bro.
Mary J. Blige.
That too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I hate that they just did our queen like that, man.
How did that conversation go in the room? Mary, would you be interested in singing about chicken?
What you say? How they gonna do her like that? She did it to herself.
Yeah.
You had to
A
agree
check is
to
a
it.
check, I guess.
True.
She was like, a check is a check.
You saying, Wallace?
I think selling out is all a matter of context. I think what my perspective of what a sellout is different than it was during the time of Hammer. You know, it's like we gotta admit that, okay, let's kind of rewind the tape. Like, there's always been this thing, especially in entertainment and in sports, really, where you can be good, but you can't be that good. You can't be too good.
Right.
Because
I hear you.
really, when we talk about selling out, we really talking about your proximity to white people and your proximity to white wealth in a way, or images of wealth, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
MC Hammer in theory was doing the Lord's work, putting all these people on.
Man.
But because he was doing it with white folks' money, he was a sellout. Meanwhile, to me, I look at it like if you making music that worship Black Death, you a sellout.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Good point.
I can agree with that.
Great point.
You 50 and you talking about selling dope still, you a sellout.
All right.
Real shit.
Real shit.
And so
Like we said.
I think even when we talk about Rick James and stuff, it's certain things that we do as Black folks that other folks ain't gonna never be able to do. And when we put it in their face for them to be able to do, and they commercialize it and stuff like that, then we sell out. I look at it the same way I look at people who can't stand LeBron James. LeBron James is LeBron James at this point. It's undeniable about what he's done. But it's people who hate this nigga. I don't get it.
Because
a lot of
ESPN told him
jealousy
to.
involved in that too, man. I think personally, a lot of jealousy.
Exactly,
I got
and that's part of it. That's part. Now it's bona fide.
People are upset when somebody gets successful.
When somebody
you know
gets too
successful.
When somebody get too successful, that's what happened. Now
A
there
lot
are
of
people who
jealousy, man. Unfortunately, that's
it's people who give away. It's people who give away their identity in order to be successful to varying results. You know, and yeah, you could call that a sellout, but I think that the conversation has evolved over time.
It's evolved. Because it's never been so easy to make money as it is right now. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know that I believe in the concept of selling out anymore. I'm like you. It's evolved, and it's evolved to the point to where I don't even think it's
did you ever can't sell your soul if you doing something out your ordinary to get a check, like something that's
I think people are too concerned.
That's taken away from yourself. That's taken away from your own soul.
But that's for you to judge, though.
Yeah,
that's for
exactly.
You to judge individually, and I think that people are too quick to worry about what other people are thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how other people are concerned with how you got your money. I don't spend my time worrying about how people get their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get your money, you get what you got, you work for it.
You in that public light,
listen,
though,
it's
brother.
not for me
and he brings up a good point, because the older I get, the more I get like that. I have that mindset where I don't give a shit. That's what you want to do. You go right on the head, bro.
Yeah, I work hard. It's easy for people to come in the fourth quarter and talk about your life and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, where was you at for the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter? When I was, you know what I mean? When shit was in the grind and I was down like the Falcons in the Super Bowl, nigga, 28-3 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Where was you at then? But now you come in, I'm up in the fourth quarter and shit. Now you come here, you come talk about I sold out or I did this wrong. You know, I can't tolerate people talking that way about people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's overtime and shit. You come in talking about, yeah, well, you should have did this, you should have did that. It's like, where was you at when you know what I mean? The shit was in crunch time.
Absolutely.
People was nowhere to be found.
I just want to say this one thing. For the bag that we think MC Hammer got, we don't know what money Hammer got, but when he got that money, think about what people would be willing to do now for that money with social media, with this chasing of the bag talk. What would somebody be willing to do to even get a piece of what Hammer had?
Yeah.
I think people would do a lot worse cooning than dancing on stage sequence.
Right,
with, you know what I'm saying?
It's been a lot worse than none of him.
Right. And let me say,
Go ahead,
It's
Dick.
up to the individual.
I want to say two things about Hammer. See, what people don't focus on, before MC Hammer, how many rappers, maybe Run DMC, was getting endorsement deals like that with Def?
Say that.
Like Hammer opened up a lot of doors for hip
Yeah.
hop. That's what
Had
people
his
don't
own
say.
TV
One,
show, serial.
right? Cartoon. Like he did a lot of shit, man. Like you might not like the way he did it, but you can't say he didn't push the culture forward in terms of making money or giving brothers opportunity.
Man,
And
he
then,
had my grandmoms and shit. He got played at the cookouts. They played
Yeah.
MC Hammer at the cookouts when they wasn't playing
Yeah.
rap at the cookout.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you something he did was courageous. Now, on his biggest record, Please Hammer Don't Hurt, that sold tens of millions of records. He did take a risk by putting out the song "Pray." Like you couldn't do
Absolutely.
that back then,
That's yeah.
Absolutely.
you know.
That's a dope
But
song.
he did it. He did it. Like you ain't supposed to talk about God on commercial radio. He was like, "Fuck that. We gonna go with this." It's the same.
And shit would
I
be-
just remember they used to play him at the cookouts, and we never, as a young kid, we never could get rap played at the cookouts, bro. That shit was not. That shit was non-cypher, man. It definitely wasn't.
Right. MC Hammer,
you right.
don't, Can't Touch This, and Just Like Music. When that
Don't
came out,
forget Too Legit.
that was it. That was
Too legit.
Oh yeah.
Too legit to quit. I think MC Hammer.
That was in
should
the
be
2000s, though. That was like,
Right, but I'm just saying.
But I get what you're saying, why about it? Because my mom don't listen to hip hop, but she did mess to Eric Sermon song.
Right.
that was like 2000 something, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
was in
that,
college at
Still, you
that
know,
was later on. Yeah.
What record around Hammer was big like that? That was a hip hop record. Still
None.
Knocking the Boots by Candyman. Like
Nothing could compete
Where's
with Hammer back then.
Walk This Way a few years before that. What else was the big
No, I
giant?
think he broke. I think he
commercial
broke
record.
all types of records.
Baby Got
I think
Back.
He broke like
Got
Vanilla
Back.
Ice records.
Baby Got Back.
Baby got back would be the big.
I would say it was just as big as You Can't Touch This.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
still
Hammer broke
big.
all types of
Still
records,
get
man.
played
It's
today.
still going though.
and that was right before.
Baby Got Back
Gangsta
still
Rap.
going.
Out here
Still
sexualizing
got
our
Miss Lap.
queens and all. No, don't even get me.
Man, look,
I think.
don't get on it, Rod West,
Got a shout.
Rod
I'm-
Cornell.
yeah, let me-
West.
let me-
look, man.
I ain't even. I'm not even that guy on a day-to-day basis. But I felt it tonight. I'm sorry.
I think that as far as I think MC Hammer should be revered, man. I think he should, be given his flowers because nobody was doing that shit. Hammer got that money, he shared that money. Come on, man. Hey, man, you sing. You
Overshared it.
Hey, right,
Uh,
right. You can help roll up the wires.
Hey,
when we done.
He took cats off the block so they wouldn't sell drugs to kids.
Yeah.
Like he took them off the
Went
block. Was like, hey, I'm gonna
bankrupt
give you a
off that shit,
salad.
bro. Like,
That's
How
real
that
shit.
they didn't like that shit, man, because that shit would have started a trend, and we couldn't have that. We couldn't have people saving people out there, man, from going to jail and shit. This guy just taking a guy with him, and he's got all kind of can't even count all the money he got, But hey, cartoons and shit, the dude, I don't know. I just think we look at shit differently. Like Wallace said, with this shit that we're listening to on the radio, I think that's selling out every damn day. But where are fucking morals? Where are our codes at? Where are
But how are you to determine that though? How do you determine who's this? That's what I'm saying. Like this, what the kids listen to. That's what they like. If that's they wave. Who is you to say that that's a sellout?
Bro. Listening to the message. That's all I'm listening to, sir. The message.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, who's the who makes those determinations?
If it takes away from the person, that's my main thing. If it takes away
It's
from
up to
the
that
person.
individual person. It's up to the individual person. That's why I say it's no such thing as sellout, because it's your individual.
A person knows when he's selling out. A man knows
Yeah.
when he's selling out. So yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Let's do the chat real quick. 'Cause I'm sorry. Let me do chat real quick. Get back to you guys. BS Filter says, Davenport's what up, Davenport? BS Filter says Hammer ended up bringing money and an expanded audience to the game. CX Producer, what's going on? BS Filter also says every generation in music has its music purity police. They've got their standards and their resistance to change.
True.
What do you guys think of that?
Good point. Good point.
But yo, remember they used to say that about our stuff too, though.
They
The music we used to listen to, it was bad back then.
Well,
Yeah.
It was not.
absolutely
You know
help.
what I'm saying? Listening to hip hop was like taboo back in the day. Like, yo, you can't. Whoa, what you listen? Oh, you listening to rap music?
They didn't even play it during the daytime. I remember
The R&B artists hated it.
Kiss when
Yes,
they play
they
that
did.
shit.
Yeah.
And R&B artists hated hip hop.
You're right, Dixie. They sure did. I remember that. Two Live Crew didn't help out either, but
Yeah,
But that was like, you know what I mean? Like I was listening to way underground shit. I was listening to Red Alert and shit on
Chill Out.
Saturday nights.
Hey, he said,
Chuck
wait,
Chill
wait,
Out, and I
On
was on
Fridays.
the Kiss FM side, but a lot of people listened to they had the radio station wars when they had BLS,
Yeah.
and that was more like Queens, and it was MC Shan and Marley Marl and all of them.
Right.
Was on that side. I didn't fuck with them. I fucked with the Kiss
Kiss
FM side
Me too.
with Red Alert and Chuck Chill
Chuck
Out.
Chill Out.
I was fucking with
Yeah,
that
I
side.
listen to all that shit.
Yeah, you fuck with the Marley Marl and
Magic
shit
one
and all
over
that.
Nah, hey, Smooth, 89.9. That's what I was saying earlier. That was the realest radio. That was the realest
the
radio.
college
station.
radio. I heard that.
Word, Rich.
The Stretch Armstrong show and all that. But even before then, though.
Yeah, before that, for sure.
Heard up. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, Malcolm. Hey, this is my opinion. I don't want my kids or my grandkids listening to that. None of that shit. That I don't know. And we gotta have a
they didn't want us listening to the shit we was listening to.
Man, okay. Do you feel it's gotten worse, or you think that it's dumbed
It's
down?
not my wave, man. This ain't my wave, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I don't listen to that shit.
And then let me just get in real quick. Wild Body. I look at it like this, man. If you don't like what's out there right now, don't listen to it.
Yeah.
It's a gang of people who still make the music you love. How about you stop being lazy and go find them? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to eat McDonald's. Take your lazy ass to go to the store and make you some food. Like, if that's what you want to put in your body, if the hip hop is what you really, really love, you don't have to be a police of it. It's people that's still making the hip hop that you love, that you grew up on.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no country for old men, bro. Like, back in the day when you got old, they put you on the pallet and threw you in the lake, man. Hey, man, God bless you. Girls for the young. Like this time, this wave, man. Like, and we was the young when hip hop came out. We was the young, so we was just like, y'all old heads don't know nothing about nothing. We run this, right? Now we the old heads.
Yeah.
Like, we unks now. Like, think about it. Like we unks. Like, right? We had our big homies. Now we the big homies.
Yes.
So, like, if what you really want to hold on to is something that you hold near dear your heart, that you find that's valuable to you as far as music wise, it's cats that's still making it. And you can give them your patronage, you can give them money, like you can make them famous if you wanted to. Exactly. So don't say these young kids is out of touch. They doing what young kids gonna do.
I don't think they're out of touch.
They did what we did, but better.
Exactly. And but now they got Facebook and Snapchat and IG and making
they just got more access.
Wait a minute. Wait. What's not better than what we used to do?
I'm saying they got more access. They have more access.
How about
y'all niggas got studios right now that y'all talking into microphones that y'all could do records right now. I wish I had that shit when I was, you know what I mean? When I was 16. Like, I wish I had that.
Absolutely. But I wouldn't have been able to do that in 1994 either. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. We didn't have the access.
Yeah, right. I mean, but we only got access because we old heads and we know what we to do with our money.
Yeah.
There's that too.
And we didn't have low key. My son want to play some music. Here, son, you can use what I got.
Man. I'm just trying to remember all my favorite rappers that I grew up on. Called and kind of bragging about being addicted to prescription drugs and shit. But other than that, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, admitting to the fact that that's not true. They admitted to it.
I don't mean they wasn't using it though. They
probably were. They probably were.
Hey, Big said
he definitely was.
To get high on your own supply, he still got high, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they just wasn't bragging about it like they are now. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we policing them for saying the fact that they used, like, you know what I'm saying, and happy about it. Whereas we used, but we hid it behind our backs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's semantics at this point. It's just like they just brave enough to say it and be like real about it. They're like, yeah, I use Molly. So
I got Molly.
I think that's one segment. I see all of it though. I see Rick Ross who talk about real estate. I see, I try to focus more on the process of creating the music. That's where the wealth is. It's like that's where the stem is of the plant. Creating the music is where people learn from and people grow from and all that kind of stuff, and performing the music. But what's commodified and turned into a product is the shit that you worry about your kids hearing, And the only reason it's being commodified to a degree is because it's catering, not just because of what certain people want, but it's catering to, I hesitate to use the word carnal, but it's catered towards the negative side of life. And a lot of people focus in on that or to beat mad catchy. It's one or the other.
But then this is where I'll piggyback off of that, Alice. Like, we get mad about what's being played, but do we talk to our kids about what's being played?
Hell yeah.
Like, I mean, do you have a conversation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you have a conversation, explain to them? Like, the thing is, we as kids listen to what we was gonna listen to. But I remember my dad was like, "Hey man, do you hear what they saying?"
Right.
And he walked me through a song to like pay attention to what's going on and understanding. Because the thing is, we have to know they're kids. They're gonna make up their mind on their own, just like we made up our mind. But our job is literally just let them know, like, hey, this is what's fighting you right now. Do you understand it? Or are you just going with it? So are we doing that for them?
But there's lack of a balance. There's more lack of a balance.
But then that's your job, though, as a parent.
I know. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with what you're saying. But the balance is not right at this point. We have more of a balance.
Well, then just play the Isley Brothers when they come home every day.
Listen,
that's what I do. I don't play this stuff around my kids.
Ricks is absolutely right, because you take any of the top 10 singles in Black radio, and they all R&B or otherwise, they all dirty as hell. You know, they all got negative imagery and everything in it. The only record that's not like that is the damn, what's that? Wiz Kid record with Tim's. That record gonna ring off forever, because don't nobody know what he's saying. Don't nobody know what they saying, Harley. You know what I'm saying? That's why that record's so popular, and that's why I'm serious. That's why that record can go anywhere. Anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But the records that, you know, our kids is listening to, it ain't no difference. Like back in the day, a Too Short album had the Too Short records on it. And nowadays the Too Short records be on the radio. It's a Cardi B new song is called Pop Shit, and it's on the radio. So you know, take it for what it's worth.
Because short shit wasn't on the radio like that. And I know of RTO. Can you a short shit on the radio like that?
Nigga, ain't nothing but a word to me on the radio.
Not the crazy shit. Like Players Ball was on the radio, but that was an
early
issue.
Too Short. Hell no.
Yeah, especially early Short. That was an issue. That was an issue. Short got into it with Big Von at KMEL because Big Von never played none of that shit. Like none of his shit really. It's only a couple.
Sounds great. Sounds familiar, huh?
Yeah, and then it ended up getting to a point where then Big Von start putting out bait artists. It was just like here to like how y'all had it, like they play new artists like on a Sunday and shit like that. Yeah, same shit here. Yeah, it'd be here's Keep the Sleep, got a new joint and play some shit that's not off, like not really the radio joint, but they had to play some random shit. But yeah, like Short, yeah, they wasn't playing Blowjob Betty on the radio. Like
but check it, like Too Short and Two Live Crew were the only two artists my mama said hell no to.
That blue tape, bro.
Anybody else I can listen to.
Two Live Crew.
My parents introduced me to Too Short.
I remember my mother listening to me. I'm cleaning my room. I got Too Short. I got Two Live Crew. I didn't know she was there. She came in like she couldn't believe. Like, you know, I remember we don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. I was allowed to say that, by the way. That was it as far as explicit shit my mom will listen, you know, heard. Oh, we don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. But this Two Live Crew, man, they was like sucking, spit and all.
Well, I think also, like, you know, like today's music lacks metaphors, bro. Like you got to think about it. It's just in your face. Just there is no
ain't no double entendre.
Figure it out. Yeah, there is no figure it out. You know, she busting it wide open. You know exactly what it means.
Right.
It's in direct. Between the sheets. You okay? All right. That's creative. Like,
where are you from? You guys ever heard of KPOO? He said to get that gritty stuff, we would listen to a station called KPOO.
I think he out here.
He also said a lot of this thinking is the residual of some people simply saying
residue, bro.
Residue. I'm sorry. A lot of these thinking, I'm far away. A lot of this thinking is the residue of some people simply saying achievements above a certain level is bad. You guys get that? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what we was touching on earlier, maybe
Right.
like 20 minutes ago. He's not totally off base.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this
But it's funny though. We talk about. I think somebody was hitting on the hypocrisy of things. Like y'all was telling y'all I was watching the Rick James documentary, right? And he had issues with 2 Live Crew talking about the way they treat women, and I'm like, nigga, you was burning a chick in the hotel with a fucking crack pipe.
Right.
Shout out to Rick James for burning. I know burning women. Jesus Christ.
I didn't make a song about it.
What kind of crack he was. Jesus. Rick James kind of pushed those lines too. You know, with certain
Hell yeah.
lines. You know?
Mary Jane was about weed. He got that shit off the
Absolutely.
radio.
Right.
You know.
But see how they see how that worked though. Like we knew what it was, but to the naked eye, it was, you know, I used to love that shit. Even like D'Angelo, Brown Sugar, like, you know, he's singing it, but you know, we the ones who know, but we ain't just, you know, putting it out there in the flesh.
Yeah.
Those who know don't say, and those who say don't know.
Man, you know, like I miss that I miss that about music, man. You know, just to say, you know, sir, who was he talking about? Oh, you know, he talking about a woman. You know.
Yeah.
Me, when artists do that, to me, it just increases their artistic value.
Yes, it does.
You know.
Right.
It's just more creative that way.
Word up. It is, man. And you know, it's just not sitting on there doing, you know, repetitions of the same shit. No, this I don't know. It's soulless to me. It's just my opinion. There's no soul to it anymore. What happened to the soul?
Sure. Commercial radio, yeah, but there's a lot of hold on.
I'm about to say it's a lot of music out there that got soul in it.
How it feels. There's some dope ass artists. I don't find like 3 in the last 3 weeks that they fucking.
Who the hell listens to the radio anyway, man?
You know what I'm saying? Like Etta Bond, this white chick from Europe or somewhere. Her shit's fucking amazing. Like check her out, man.
What's her name? Yeba from Arkansas. She a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
She killing it right now. Yeba?
Shit, Alex Isley, the Isley brothers' daughter.
Hey yo, you know what I be feeling too, type of music wise, man. I be feeling this Afrobeat shit, man. Cause I'm in Colombia right now.
Afrobeat shit is dope. That shit is dope.
I'm in Colombia right
My
now.
daughter
Anybody
listens
don't
to
know
that.
it.
No,
Yeah,
I
there's
fuck
a
with
lot
that
of that
shit.
shit they play down there. There's a lot of reggaeton shit. Yo, that shit be
That
that
shit
shit is
dope.
alright, man. Like,
Hey, my boy
oh,
just came back from
open
Colombia,
up.
man.
Say what?
My boy just came back from Colombia.
Oh yeah. You like that shit, right?
Yeah.
Where was he at?
I think he was was he in Bogota? I think I think he was up north in the northern part. That's the only part. Like I think it's Bogota. I think.
Oh,
So
shit.
can I say this real quick about what you're saying, brother? Do you understand the rationale behind Drake making an album like he did?
I ain't hear Drake. I ain't heard Drake shit.
It's a whole album of what you talking about.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people complain about it, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, music is worldwide. Man, I just put a video. I just recorded these 2 dudes. They came up to me and started rapping and shit. So I gave them 100 pesos. I said, man, go ahead and spit. And I'm gonna record it. And they got their little routine or their little 2-man routine or whatever. They kind of have, you know, a little bit of English in there and then some Espanol and shit. You know what I mean? I can't really understand them. But I'm just saying, just music is worldwide. So people gotta understand it ain't just ours. It ain't just our little New York shit no more. You know what I mean? It's the shit is worldwide now. So everybody got they hand in music and what they do. You know? Yeah. So we don't own that shit no more.
The reggaeton's where it's at, man.
Reggaeton. It's worldwide, bro.
I'm trying to get Wild Body to make me a reggaeton beat.
I thought I heard something y'all was doing, man. I thought I heard something.
I played it.
I'm trying to get it going.
We'll get up.
Man. Y'all ain't heard your boy in Spanish yet. You know what I'm saying? I can do it in other language. I just prefer English.
That's what's
up. Definitely ready to listen.
Gasolina shit. Nigga, I need to hear this.
Oh shit. Y'all crazy.
But nah, it's dope music out here, man. You just gotta find it. For real.
Yeah.
Universal, my G. Music is universal. All right, real quick, so we get done. Let's play a little trivia, man. We didn't get to play that last week. Play a little trivia, man. It's cool. All right. Play a little trivia. Right. All right. So let's first question here. Let's go here. What language has the most words?
What language do
English.
Indians speak?
Mandarin?
Sanskrit?
Yeah.
What language?
English. English is the correct answer. English has the most words out of all the languages here. What is the most expensive home in the world?
Say that again?
White House.
What is the most expensive home in the world? The most expensive.
In the world?
Yep.
Home?
I don't know, nigga. The Taj Mahal. Or something?
Yeah, I
Close.
was about to say
Close.
some shit
Close.
in some shit in Dubai.
It's over in the UK.
The
What
Taj Mahal's in
castle is
India.
it?
That's not close.
Nah, I'm saying close as far as landmarks and shit like that. Malcolm,
Oh.
damn. Buckingham Palace is the correct answer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's where the Queen and them stay, right? Something like that.
Right. In which state of the U.S. do most of the African Americans live? What state?
Texas.
I should tell,
Texas
right?
is correct. Malcolm,
Texas.
not Texas. Huh?
Texas?
Yes, Texas has the most African
Think
American.
about how big Texas is.
True.
Yeah, that's
True.
the first thing that came to my mind right there. You said
True.
I was gonna say the Texas,
Texas,
or Florida,
California.
or Cali.
But yeah, it's got to be like close between them and Cali. Here's the next one. When did the celebration of Black History start? What year?
I don't know. It had to be before I was born, right? Or no?
Way
No.
before.
It was in the 60s, right?
It was 1909, wasn't it?
Close. It was 1926.
Oh damn! I would have never got that. I don't know.
1926. Carter G.
Carter G. Woodson.
What president officially recognized Black History Day? What president?
Black History Day.
Yep.
I never heard of Black History Day. When was that? Was 1929.
Gerald Ford did. He recognized Black History Day. Jeez.
Gerald Ford.
This shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was 70. That was like 73, dog. Like 75.
What president you said it was?
Gerald Ford. And
That
they
sounds
hated his
about right.
guts.
For
hated
Black
his guts.
History Day in 1975. Okay.
Oh, that was 1975. He was president.
Something like that. It was
he was-
before Carter.
He was
Yeah, he was between Nixon and Carter, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a one-term president.
Pause.
I was born in '76, so I don't know nothing about. The first one I remember was Reagan. Before that, I don't know who the fuck.
Carter G. Woodson fought for it in the early 1900s, and 19 W.B. Du Bois was 1909 and all that, and it took 50 years to get a day.
God.
Yeah, damn. Sounds about right. Bro.
Day.
Sounds about right.
All right. For which movie did Halle Berry? When did she win the Best Actress?
Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball.
All right.
He said that kind of quick.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's like that part.
I mean, you gotta no.
Hold on,
no,
we
but you
talking
gotta-
about selling out.
Hey,
We talking about selling out.
No,
Is that
exactly.
selling out?
She won the
selling out?
Oscar for being like a trick, basically to a security guard.
Showing a
What a
titty.
trick. Why you say she was like she wasn't playing a trick like a prostitute?
No, but they made it
showed
seem
the
like she
titties,
was just
man.
like a weak black woman, bro. Like literally, that was her role in that movie.
A weak black woman, her husband had just got sentenced to death.
But then didn't her son die too? It was something crazy about it
Yeah,
too.
how she weak?
Dog,
Yo,
it was
what's the name of this movie?
Man, they
Ball.
showing the titties, man.
Monster. I never heard of it before.
You saying she got the Oscar because she was having sex
Yeah,
with Billy
yeah,
Bob Thornton. She had a
yeah.
real graphic scene.
Yeah, that's literally
And
what it
you can
was.
say that.
That was soft porn.
That's
It
what
wasn't about how her
that's why
character was written.
No, I wasn't talking about the character. I'm talking about that particular part right there. Is that selling out? Is the question.
That's a good question because if
You
you
wanted to do it, I wouldn't.
yeah, I'm
I wanted to do it.
I never seen this movie
if
before.
you
As y'all
talking about the
it.
actual
gotta watch
sex
it,
scene
bro. You
itself,
gotta
or-
watch it, man.
Yeah, man, it's
I know,
wild.
I know it was graphic.
Because wait a minute, her
I
Diddy
haven't
was her
seen it.
husband, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
Diddy was her husband.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was on death row or something. I think he was
Who?
wrong.
P Diddy was in it.
Yeah, he was the husband. And then Billy Bob Thornton was the security guard she got ugly with.
Tax.
When the fuck did this movie come out? I don't
It was in
know.
the 2000s.
It was like
Early
it was like
2000s,
97, 98.
Oh, okay. All right.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
No,
I would say if it came out recently, I never heard of this shit before.
No, it's old.
I don't think nobody's studying Halle Berry having a graphic sex scene right now. She about 58.
All right.
Came out in 01.
That was nice when she did.
2001. Okay.
Wasn't it?
Halle Berry and have shit on Dorothy Dandridge. Next question.
Next.
Um,
Oh, and it was a Lee Daniels film. Oh, nigga.
What Monsters Ball was?
Yeah, he produced the shit.
Wow. I
It
mean,
might have been one of his first.
Know that.
wow.
Damn.
I didn't know that.
Well, there you go. Power of Google.
He also did 12 Years a Slave.
Okay.
That was a good movie though.
I didn't see that shit either.
Oh man, look.
I was
Look,
slaved out. I was
hey,
slave
I-
movied out by then.
Hey man, look. The slave movies, I like. You got to be in the mood, and it's one slave movie a year quota.
When you say you a slave movie out by then?
I was slave moved out by the time 12 Years a Slave.
Word, I feel that way too. Yeah, I feel like
slave
that
movie
too.
I watched with Django and Chain.
Right.
Yep, that's the last one I watched, Django.
I'm about
Yeah,
slaved
same.
out too. Yeah, I'm about done with that shit, man.
Zurich is the largest city in what country?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Switzerland is correct. How many phases of the moon are there?
4.
No.
Say 3.
Nope.
Phases.
6.
7.
Close. Close.
Or is it 8?
I ain't going more than 8.
The moon has 8 phases. 8 phases of the moon. 8 phases. What is the hardest rock?
Sedimentary.
No.
Diamond?
Diamond is correct. Diamond is correct. How many bones do sharks have?
What?
600.
None. Damn, I answered.
Yeah, they all muscle.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Talk about all this useless trivia. What is this called? What's show called? Yeah? The Jeopardy shit. All this useless-
Yeah.
Name the world's biggest island.
Lucian.
Greenland.
Greenland is correct.
Greenland.
Yo. All right. Okay. What does the term piano mean? What does the term
Soft?
piano mean? Yes, correct. That's good, man. That's good shit.
Music.
Yep.
Anybody knows sheet music knows what piano means.
Anyone tell me which planet has the most gravity?
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct. All right. What was Beyonce's first solo album?
That's the one she had.
Dangerously in Love.
Correct. Damn.
I'll tell you that story one
Which
day.
country did AC/DC originate in? AC/DC.
Great Britain,
Close.
Scotland,
Close.
Ireland.
Germany.
Close. No. Way off
Australia.
from Germany.
Wales.
No. We're close though.
China, nigga.
No.
AC/DC.
Yes. AC/DC. Which country did they originate in?
Germany.
Nope.
Denmark.
No. You
Italy.
said Scotland. You were
New
getting
Zealand.
Australia.
Australia is correct.
I said Australia.
Dude, that's not even close. Australia's like a billion miles
Yeah,
away.
He said Scotland. Yeah.
It's close, like nigga. That's on the other side of the country
It's closer
in
to
the
Denmark.
world.
I think he meant close by influence because Australia.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, nigga. That's
Color
all.
parts of the human eye that controls how much light passes through the pupil is called a what?
Iris.
Iris is correct.
You can see the weakness of a man right through his iris. Sorry.
Which horoscope sign has a crab?
Mine, Cancer.
Cancer is correct. How many rides are there at Disney World?
50-1100.
Fuck no, that damn question, man. What the fuck?
Answer is 46 for those. Just for that little.
Hey, who the fuck?
Yeah, who would know that? Only a goddamn Disney head would know some shit like that. All right. Which company owns Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, and Ducati? Which company?
Volkswagen.
Correct.
Yeah, Volkswagen. On all them shit.
Volkswagen.
Which city is known as the city of brotherly love?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. All right. What substance are nails made out of?
Tin.
No.
Human nails.
Fingernails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought he said
damn,
nails like
nails,
hammer
like,
nails.
yeah, I'm like, iron
collagen.
nails.
Human.
You
Collagen.
didn't say human,
Close.
nigga. You should say nails.
I said human after y'all. I said human. What substance are nails made of? Human nails. That's what I said.
Skin, right?
No, it's keratin.
Keratin.
Keratin, yeah, it's
Keratin,
keratin. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone know the instrument that John Lennon played when he was with the Beatles? What instrument?
So
Guitar is correct. How many years is a law school program?
4.
8.
8.
Answer:
2.
3 years. Total schooling is closer to 7 years.
Okay.
What is the diameter of the Earth?
Diameter. It's like, isn't it like 1,000 miles or something like that?
Way off. What?
Oh, way off.
Yeah, it gotta be much bigger.
I was just
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
around
If it's
because
93,
that's
I'm sorry.
It's 1,000 miles.
that's what I said. I was
It
just
look like
fucking
a
around.
million, like a million, baby.
He could be that drone that Damo in Iowa or something. All the way across.
For those of you that don't know, we've been doing
He'll drive
trivia.
off the planet.
That's what we do trivia for, the answers. So that's what we do this trivia shit.
Yeah, that's some flat earth
That's
shit
why we
if I
do
ever
trivia.
heard it.
Oh my god.
Flat Earth.
That's what we get in Texas.
It feels like the drive to goddamn Venus.
Hey, hey, if it make
Nigga on one take of gas,
hey,
nigga.
if it make me understand women, sure.
Oh, you forget about that shit. That ain't gonna ever happen.
The answer is 8,000 miles. That's the diameter of the Earth. All right.
1,000 miles.
Yeah.
You went that far off.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
Yeah.
You was on the right
I
path.
thought it was yeah.
More gas, man.
I'm thinking
You-
like
I stand
100
corrected, Phil.
plus, right? Yeah.
Hey, what
shit.
year did South Park come out?
98,
Close.
96.
No, nope.
97.
97.
Damn.
South Park.
Okay.
What is the largest bone in the human body?
Femur.
Yeah,
Femur.
For all you.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the symbol for potassium?
K.
K is correct. Let's see here. We don't want
You only
to.
know that because you was just watching Breaking Bad. Nigga. That's
Nope.
What desert is the largest in the world?
The Sahara.
Era.
Sahara Desert. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What is the only American state that begins with the letter P, as in Papa?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is correct.
Yeah.
What is the world's longest river?
The Nile.
Now,
Uh-uh.
It's not the Mississippi, is it? It's
Come on.
what's the one in China?
Amazon River.
Amazon River
Oh.
is correct. RTO beats got
Good
it.
shit, RTO.
I thought the Amazon was the widest.
Right.
That
Which
shit
kind
go
of
through
flower
like
bulb?
all fucking like
South America.
South America. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Eric. Thank you for clarifying that, RTO.
Which kind of
For
flower bulb?
shizzle.
Appreciate
Which
it.
kind
Hey,
of
yo.
flower- Yeah.
I just had to unmute myself, man, all that time.
You missed it, though?
I thought I was waiting for the host to unmute me and shit, man.
I didn't unmute you, man. I'm doing trivia here, man.
I thought it was a rap. So I know I had to unmute myself. My bad. Hey,
man,
yo,
my
you know
bad,
you
bro.
got
I don't
the
mute people. I don't mute people on this podcast, bro. I don't do
hey,
that.
the
I
desert,
don't
the
do
desert was the wrong one, man. You had the wrong desert, bro. By the way, for everything
that.
else.
What is that, sir?
The largest desert in the world is Antarctica.
Okay, back to the other one.
If you're gonna do it
I
right.
got you.
Get the
So,
right answer.
so you saying the Amazon is not the longest river in the world?
Like you said,
The-
desert.
The
Yeah,
largest
the
desert
largest
in the
desert.
world.
Sahara Desert is not the biggest desert in the world. The Sahara.
What? Sahara, no. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world.
And
He has a valid point.
Okay.
And
Explain.
desert just
All
means
right.
for everybody. Yeah, Antarctica is full of ice.
Barren?
Desert, the proper. I'll get you the proper definition for desert.
Sahara
Barren?
is
Proper
the place with
precipitation.
the biggest
I
body
thought it
of
was
sand.
dry. I thought it was dry.
Yeah, it's
Desert
about
has to be
precipitation.
dry, man.
And Antarctica don't get none.
Right. What's
but according to Britannica, it's Sahara. But you know,
Right. I mean, with sand on the body of the surface of the land, it's sand.
all right. Okay. Which kind of flower bulbs were once exchanged as a form of currency?
tulip bulb.
Tulip is correct. All right, Dixie.
I just
Damn.
read a book.
Shit.
Alabama shit.
That shit like in Rome
I was
or
reading a
some
book. I was reading a book about doing stock options and that shit came.
Hey, where was that done at? 'Cause that sound like some shit in Rome.
Tulips.
Yeah, it started in Rome, but they started doing it over here too. Like it took off. Like it was a big thing. A lot of people lost a lot of money. Like fucking kill yourself money.
Damn. I know.
God
You know,
damn it, I ain't got enough
spices and
tulips to
stuff.
survive. What we doing?
Man, like no, they were supposed to like it was like an investment. And then the shit, it was like how we had the .com bubble that popped and real estate market that popped. The same shit happened with the tulips. That was like one of the first ones that happened.
Tulip drought.
But the market popped and
I got these
people lost all
tulips,
their money.
baby.
Got some tulips, baby, for currency.
I got these tulips, baby. I'm selling you 2 for $6. Let's go.
What is the largest planet in our solar system? That's an easy.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct. Who in Hollywood is known as the voice of God?
Morgan
Morgan
Freeman.
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is correct.
Morgan Freeman.
What is the medical term for bad breath?
Halitosis.
Correct. How many total time zones are there in the world?
4?
Close.
8.
No. Man, we got 4 alone in
We
the
got
United
4
States.
here, right?
Yeah.
World, 12. Shit. I don't
No. It's
26.
24.
See?
We got way more than 4, man. If you count Alaska and Miami.
24.
I mean, Alaska and Hawaii. I say Miami, Hawaii.
The total is 24. There.
I just said 24.
Yeah, he
I
said,
23. I didn't hear you, man.
yeah,
I said
Apologies.
24.
Give it to him. 24. He got it.
Yeah. You know
Okay.
it
How
is
long?
the. Never mind. My bad, go ahead.
How long is an eon in geology?
100 years.
Fucking
Close.
eon, 100 million years?
No, you're almost there.
1,000
No,
million?
lower. A billion. Answer: an
Billion.
eon is a billion
Whoa.
years. How much weight can an ant lift?
10 times his
Fifty.
body
It's
weight.
like
50 times his own weight.
50 times his body weight. That's
50,
correct.
Okay.
Watching National Geographic.
How many soccer players? How many soccer players does each team have on the field at the start
11.
of the match? 11. All right.
50. Shit, I don't know.
It's the same as football.
Same as football.
It's the same as football.
What year was the very first model of the iPhone released?
08.
2000.
07.
07 is correct.
7. Yeah, good answer.
All right, here we
I
go
said
for you
one,
coding
that's
heads.
way
What
better.
does HTTP stand for?
Go ahead, RTO.
Hypertext.
Hypertext transfer protocol.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
That's your own
I
wallet.
always forget the last.
All right. Which part of an atom has no electric charge?
The neutron.
That's correct. God damn.
Good job.
Neutral.
Wait,
I mean, because you got the electron and the
Okay,
proton.
okay. Oh, wait. That was go. Okay.
Somebody fell asleep during science.
B.
Answer that. What is a shortcut for a copy function on most computers?
Command V.
Control C.
Control C.
Yeah, Control Z.
Control C is it. Good
Oh,
shit.
sorry, I'm a Mac guy. So
What is it on
it's
Mac?
Command,
Yeah, I was just
it's
about to say
Command
it's something
C.
different on
Command
Mac.
C on Mac?
It's
Okay,
Command
what about
C.
paste?
Command V.
Control P.
Control V. Yep.
Okay. How many neck bones does your giraffe have?
Shit.
Shit.
Nigga like 2,000
33.
shit.
Seven is
Ask
correct.
Giraffe Daddy. He'll know.
7 is correct. Giraffe has 7 neck bones. In the movie, The Golden Child, what does the child animate to assume his captor?
Pepsi
music.
can.
Sorry.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
A Coke can. It was a Coke can.
Flip it over, man. It's burning. Flip it over. It's
It
burning.
was, yeah, it was.
It was a Coke can.
And which
I want the knife.
All I want is a chip. All I want is a chip.
in which
What is it? You coming for your color?
in which video game did Super Mario first appear?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
You heads out there. Let's go. What is someone who shoes horses called?
Blacksmith.
Mm-mm.
Cobbler.
Close.
Hmm.
Called a farrier.
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Farrier. A farrier. F-A-R-R-I-R.
Farrier?
I
Farrier.
learned something tonight.
Hey, that's what's up.
I thought a blacksmith did the horse's shoes, but all right,
He,
good.
he,
shit.
he,
They
he
make the
shoes the
shoes.
horse. I guess
Make
he puts
'em.
them on
Yeah,
him.
but you talking about putting that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's what I thought
Talking
too.
about
But I thought the blacksmith puts them on too, because he
Nah,
takes.
they just
uh,
make them.
Just make-
Okay.
Which chess piece can only move diagonally?
Bishop.
Bishop.
All right, you chess players, huh? How many valves does a trumpet have?
3.
Three.
Right.
Oh
Three.
shit. I used to play trumpet.
Word.
Yeah.
In publishing, Mo Better Blues, man. Make it more better. In publishing, what does POD mean?
Oh man, I was gonna say something so foul.
I don't even want to answer now.
All right. All right.
POD.
POD is means
Prince of Darkness.
Darkness is spreading.
print on demand. That's what POD in publishing is for. What is a king honeybee called?
A dead motherfucker. Like he the fir-
Drone or some shit like this. Some
Called a
weird-
drone. All right. Which insect has been named America's top nuisance pest?
Mosquito.
Mosquito shit.
Close. I would
Later.
say that though.
Cockroach.
Give me 2 more.
Ants.
It depends on
Ants.
what
Ants.
part of you at.
Ants. Ants is the number one answer is ants. Cockroaches. Yeah, they could. Well, we don't get no roaches, bro. Remember, boy, I got some. All right, so let's go back to some African American history here. Who was the first colonist slain in the Boston Massacre?
Crispus Attucks.
Christmas addict.
Right.
That's the only reason he's known is because he was the first cat to lose his life,
Right.
and his name come up every Black History Month. I'm like,
And come up in high school history class, though. They skip right over that shit, along with the Buffalo Soldiers, everything else.
Right. Tuskegee Airmen.
Hey, can't teach that CRT, man. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Word up. All right, guys, we're gonna end on that damn note, man. We do trivia, by the way. This is what we do, man. This is the answers, and this is have fun, man. We're all about having fun here. So we do the trivia. Next week we'll do some like Family Feud shit. I'll get it together. Like I said, I kind of just got in here. Didn't really get a chance to prep like I wanted to prep, but we'll get it next week, man. Want to
Stay away from them airlines, man.
and I certainly had a question, but I'll save it for next
man.
week.
What's the question? Let's talk about it. We got time.
There's a video, man. There's so much on the
I
internet. to
got
talk
one.
about.
Go ahead, Ross. I got one after that. Go
There's a
ahead.
video on the internet of a guy getting cussed out by his girlfriend because she went out for her birthday and he went, and she expected him to pay for her and all 18 of her friends
Lies.
their birthday for her
That's probably
birthday.
like
Said,
young
if you
entitlement.
broke, just say that. Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, if
Y'all-
in that
y'all niggas that
situation,
ain't
let's
dating.
just not say 18 friends, but if it's 5 or 6,
It's 2.
do
Shit.
you have the expectation of treating her?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First of all, she will not be my girlfriend after that.
Y'all niggas that ain't been on a date since 2009 and shit, man. I'm telling you, this shit done changed, bro. This shit done changed, man. Y'all
I
niggas
ain't doing it.
thinking you date like it's old school, man. The game has changed, bro. I'm telling y'all.
I ain't in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas is out the game, bro.
I'm out the game.
Yeah, it's a whole different game. It's a whole different ball game out there, bro.
Yep. Entitlement is winning.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
God damn.
Shit's different, man.
Come on, let's talk to the fellas. We talking that ish. Come on, talk to the
Come on,
fellas.
man. Hey, so what y'all think about I know it was a spoof or whatever, it was kind of comedy, but when the dude bought his kid some breakfast or some lunch or something,
Type
she
of
got
McDonald's
mad at him
stuff.
because
yeah,
he
that was
didn't buy the
good.
rest of her 5 kids some food. We y'all like, would y'all would have bought the food or not at all? Will you just bought them for your kid?
If it was me, because I've been in that situation. Her foul mouth, put that to the side. Because I know what it feel like to be one of those other kids. And I've been in that situation on both sides of that.
Really? Okay.
I would have either brought food for all of them or I would have picked my son up, take it.
Hey, but they said he said.
Now,
Oh, go ahead.
with her mouth, I don't blame him for doing what he did.
She
At all.
was disrespectful as hell.
Hey, but you know they came out and said that was fake, right?
That's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but it was fake. But that's a conversation. I'm glad they started a conversation. I'm telling y'all, man. Like Malcolm saying, the ones of us who are not married and who are kind of mingling out here and things, like entitlement is fucking crazy right now. Like the shit these chicks expect us to do, and we better know their name.
We ain't going
Like,
Dutch. We ain't going Dutch no more, huh?
Nigga, I don't even date. I haven't dated a girl in America in 2 years. It's my last relationship.
So you ain't
I don't
going
know.
Dutch on a you know, how
Good-
many of you
Good luck to whoever's out there and dating in that market, man. Good luck to you, bro. Whoever's doing that shit, because I'm not. I opt out.
all right, cool.
I hear you.
I'm in Colombia right now, and I can tell you it's a little bit, it's just a little tiny bit better than it is in America dating, bro. I'll just leave it at that.
Your goddamn translator app updated.
He probably fluent by now, man. All he need to know is about 5 or 6 sentences. He's straight.
Which of those?
Yo, I'm learning. It's funny though, because when you're in a country like Colombia that only really speaks Spanish, you'll learn. You'll pick up shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You'll pick shit up, bro. You're forced to.
Like off osmosis. Like he just hear words and he be like, okay, I know what that means. All right, cool.
Right. And I can understand it better than I can speak it. Like when I understand people start talking and shit, like I'm a restaurant, whatever, and they ain't speaking no English. They just like, yo, coming at me, and I'm just like, see, or no. You know what I mean? Like I can't really talk it, but I can understand sort of what they coming at me in the context. You know what I'm saying? So different ways.
Back to the original question. So my son's older brother, I used to pick my son up when he was little.
Absolutely not, boy.
I knew that his dad wasn't involved. Like, so I used to feel bad for him. And sometimes, it depended on what we had planned, I would take him along with us. Then if I didn't, I'll shoot like $1 or $1 or $2. Hey, go to the store and buy you something, you know, just because. And my sister's dad did the same thing. Although not his son, he was the same thing. So, but again, the difference in these scenarios are the mom is not expecting anything.
The expectations is the difference.
Right. And she's definitely not being disrespectful to the other guy, you know, with that case would been me or my sister's there. So
yeah, I think it was different when we came up and like you were taught to say, hey, thank you, you know what I mean? Or even your mom would say thank you to whoever, you know, she was dating or whatever, did something for you or whatever. But now these days it's like it's expected. It's like, yo, you got to accept me and all my kids and shit that you ain't.
You know, I don't get my stamps until the 7th. Yeah, you should have told them people who put them eyelashes on that. You know.
Well, shit. Figured, man. Listen. All right, man. That's gonna be it for the day, man. Another episode of Straight Up Podcast.
DJ
Like to thank the panel. Jersey Sun, Kazuno, Simi Hustle, Fields, Ron Wallace, RTO Beats. Join us next week for another edition of the Straight Up Podcast. Starting at 6:30 for the pre-show. 7 p.m. we kick off. If you would like to hear your music play, please hit me up at adswide@gmail.com. That's adswide@gmail. Any questions, please hit me up on Messenger as well. Once again, we're back at our regular hour, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Pop Wood Shops and Skeeter on the Rocket as well. Also the panel, as I thank the chat, BS Filter, see me also, JB Swift, shout out JB Swift, CX the producer, what up homie, Davenport, my mother. Please check us out on the playback on Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, Pandora. Just type in Talk That Stuff. The playback will be posted probably tomorrow. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody as well. Let's peace on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!